What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament. So if you haven't seen it before, simple concept. Might be a brand new year, new decade, but same old tournament. But 100 characters get put into a tournament each day on the channel, except Sundays. I will upload one of the matches from the tournament, and then for the matchup, I'll go over the two characters that happen to be in said matchup. Maybe a couple little facts about the character, maybe a mini moveset pool, how they could work, and then we'll vote between the two characters and see who you'd rather vote for, and I guess just who would you rather have in Smash Ultimate between the two. So that's voting's a part of the rules, so we'll just put up all the rules on screen for you guys right about now. And rule number one, keep that in mind. Yes, that is a rule. Why is that a rule? Well, think of it like this. This tournament is and has always been about voting for who you personally want, not who's necessarily more realistic, and you vote for who you want. So yeah, keep it in mind. It's just to enjoy everything. It's all for good nature, you know, funsies, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's rule number one. Another rule though, you only get one vote per person. How do you vote? Well, that's simple. Down in the comments, you simply type the name of the character that you are voting for. That's how you vote. You are allowed to vote for both by simply typing the word both. If you really like both the characters, or you know, if you're having a difficult time deciding who to vote for, you can vote both. Totally fine. But the rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose twice before being officially eliminated. Once we get to the results to determine the winner and the loser, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, just going to flip a coin on camera. Fairest way to break a tie. And the last rule, each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for just 1 week, so that means once the episode gets uploaded, you have 7 days to get your votes in. If you get your vote in after the 7 days, well, it's just not going to count. So, yeah, that's the rules. So let's jump into the rest of the episode, shall we? All right, so we're back for the results from last week. So last week's matchup was Rimu, who was taking on Jibanyan, and this one wasn't close. I expected this one to be a blowout, but I expected this much bigger of a blowout. So, like I said, it was Rimu against Jibanyan. I'll show you. Rimu ended up winning 48 votes to 11, and I was expecting Rimu to absolutely, like, just destroy in this matchup. For one reason. Where is this at? Let's find this out. Let's find this. Because Rimu's last match, she's here somewhere. I'm going to find it. Rimu's last match in the winner's bracket, she faced Heavy Weapons Guy, and her Discord showed up tremendously to vote for her. She had 139 votes. That was absolutely crazy. And maybe her Discord didn't show up this time. Oh well, it happens. But yeah, Rimu still ended up winning though, so 48 to 11. Congrats, Rimu. Moving on to the next round of the loser bracket. But it is the loser bracket, so Jibanyan lost this one. 2 losses, Jibanyan's gone. Goodbye. So yeah, that's it for that. Those are the results, so we'll jump into the matchup for the day. So, who do we got? So, 2 probably less likely characters, maybe better chance for next Smash game, but the participants are Ashley from the Wario series, yes, the assist trophy, yes, the Mii costume, yes, that Ashley, and her opponent, Springman from ARMS, yes, that assist trophy, yes, that Mii costume, yes, those two. So, to battle the assist trophies, which assist trophy would you rather promote? That's what this is going to come down to. So, Ashley's up first. Now, Ashley's always been a character that's been speculated, and there's always a decent portion of the community that's always backing her and wants to see her as a playable character. I have no issue with her in the with her potentially being in the roster. I like the moveset potential she could have, and just the Wario series in general does deserve a second rep playable. Whether it's Wario Land, WarioWare, Wario whatever, don't care. It's a series that's been around for long enough, and it's got quite a bit. It's built itself up quite nicely, and to say it deserves a second rep in Smash Bros, I think it's earned that spot. I think it's earned that right. So Ashley could be interesting. Moveset wise, she's a witch. You got all sorts of witchcraft kind of powers and stuff you could do. She has her little friend. It's like a little devil, Red. You could use him in there. It could be like a I don't know, maybe she could summon him, and it's like this little, you could say floating projectile, but you could use him as attacks as well. Like Ashley could grab the little guy, and the little devil, he's got like, you know, he's got his horns, he's got his pitchfork, so you could end up like jabbing him forward for like a forward tilt or up tilt or something. Kind of takes his, maybe takes his horns for an up tilt and just kind of like just jabs his head upwards, you know, kind of like a headbutt, so to speak. You got the pitchfork, so you could do that. That could be like a down air, actually. She just grabs the, she grabs red and then just thrusts them downwards. Boom, little pitchfork, kind of nice, nice little meteor effect, like nice spike move in the air. So you got that, and of course, like I said, she's a witch. She can craft a bunch of spells and potions and magic and blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff, you know. So the moveset potential, obviously, that's there. The fan base, it's there to support her as well. So she's got some things going for her. But this is what, the second straight game she's been in as an assist trophy. So I don't know. Will Nintendo, like, this is a really big question. How is Nintendo going to, like, how are they approaching DLC? Are they just saying, all right, no, only third party? And if so, all right, Ashley will revisit her, you know, the next Smash game on the next Nintendo console. But what if they say, all right, let's throw something else at you guys. Let's upgrade an assist trophy. All right? If you're going to do that, there might be a couple characters that you'd be like, they have to be the front runners. Ashley definitely is in that conversation. She's 100% in the conversation if Nintendo decided to do something crazy like upgrade an assist trophy to playable character. She's got enough fan demand. There's a lot of people that have been clamoring for her. She's very big in Japan as well, so that can kind of help her case as well. So, I mean, ultimately we'll see. Odds are, yeah, probably staying as the assist trophy / Mii costume spirit, just for, at least for this game, but you never know. Always, never give up hope, right? Never give up on your character. Realize the situation, but don't give up hope. Alright, so Ashley, she could be fun, but I guess you could say the same thing about her opponent, though, right? Springman, ARMS, right? ARMS, one of Nintendo's newest IPs this generation. It was a launch window game for the Nintendo Switch. I played it myself. Pretty fun for what it had. I know the community for ARMS, it died out fairly quickly, and then it would get an update or two, and people would come back and play it, and it was, you know, it was enjoyable for what it gave us at the time, and I feel like there's much more they can do with ARMS, and with that being said, I think it's a franchise that Nintendo might look at and go, all right, we'll make a sequel for it, you know, we'll greenlight it and get another one going, because look, yes, it was a launch window game, which does help sales for a new console as well as the new game, but like, it sold, I think it almost sold 2 million copies, if not maybe even more than that. So somewhere around the 2 million mark is very, very good for a brand new IP. That's tremendous. Now again, I did say the fan base kind of dwindled off over time, but that happens to every game, especially a new IP. That's gonna happen, but it made its mark. People have started to recognize the franchise. When Smash Ultimate was first teased, keep this in mind, remember this, when it was first teased, everyone's roster going around for speculation, which newcomers are we gonna see? Springman was definitely up there, Rex and Pyro were up there, there's some assist trophies from the previous game that were up there. Newer Pokemon were up there. There's a lot. My point is, though, people were open to and okay with the idea of ARMS, even though it was a brand new IP for this generation. They were okay with the idea of having, Springman kind of represent the Nintendo Switch like lineup of characters, even though at the time it was there wasn't a lot of brand new. You know, like how generations you get introduced to like Mario Link, and then the next generation you get like Pikachu, and then the next generation da da da. So like the Nintendo Switch generation had ARMS and Springman and Ribbon Girl. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. So again, moveset wise, easy. They're fighters. They got extendable arms, which could make a pretty unique kind of fighter puncher. I think if you would be able to control maybe like a side special, like where the arms go, because they can extend a pretty good amount of range. I'm not going to say, fight on Final Destination and be able to cover the entire length. Nah, that might be a little OP, but it depends on how it works. So basically, side special, you launch it, and then you can take the control stick, and you can kind of like if you want it to go like up, you know, just hold up, and it will whoop. Pretty simple to explain, right? So I think something like that could be fun. Final Smash, they have they had an update. It's in the game already, but it was called the Headlock Scramble. I think that was the update. It brought in a new character, Max Brass, and then it brought in this item where you put it on, and I'm pretty sure you gained an extra like 4 arms or maybe an extra 2 arms or something. But you put it on, and then you just rapid fire punch, boom, 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 and you just like annihilate your opponent. It did tremendous amount of damage. That is perfect. You put on the mask, and then you throw a little punch, and maybe you activate a little cutscene. Maybe it's just something that happens right there on stage. You happen to catch somebody with a punch, and then just that center point right there, you're just like rapid fire, boom. Final Smash, easy. Moveset, for the most part, is easy. You might have to get a little creative with a couple different attacks, but there's possibility there. And why Springman instead of somebody else? Well, Springman's pretty much looked at as the face of the franchise. He's on the box art after all. They promoted him quite a bit, and Sakurai usually tends to go, especially if it's a newer franchise, kind of tends to lean towards the face of the franchise. So that'd be Springman in this case. But hey, if ARMS does get another game in the future before the next Smash game, I think there's going to be some pretty good, there's a pretty safe bet that you could see an ARMS rep in the next Smash game. But since this is for DLC and who you would like to see, I'd probably say I'm gonna go Springman in this one. Actually, Ashley, I like her and I would support her, but I guess I want to see Springman a bit more. Maybe just a newer franchise. I guess that's kind of how I'm leaning in this matchup. So yeah, Springman's got my vote in this one. Let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments. Ashley, Springman, or both. Those are your options. Where'd that 4th option come from? Anyway, that is going to be a sneak peek for tomorrow. Looks like the matchup tomorrow, we have, Fire Emblem's back. Who's excited? But it is going to be Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses taking on Shovel Knight. Yes, the assist trophy Shovel Knight. That guy. Who cares? You vote for who you want. But that's the matchup tomorrow. And then the results that we're going to get, this one, I'm excited to see how you guys voted. The results are going to be from Dante, Devil May Cry, or Doomslayer from Doom. So we'll see how that one turns out. And then that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I hope to catch you guys on Friday. I got a big announcement. I just finished the video actually earlier today. So I'm excited to see how people react to it and whatever. But that's tomorrow. So anyway, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.